I'm Janine the Floor. I'm here with Suresh. Suresh, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Janine.
Great. Well, why don't you take a second to introduce yourself and your company and tell us a little bit about your startup story.
Sure. My name is Suresh Sambandam, and I am the CEO and founder of OrangeScape. OrangeScape is one of the global top 10 platform as a service companies. We are a visual platform as a service. That's how we differentiate from other platform as a service companies. We help our customers to build on a browser in a visual way, a drag and drop style business application development paradigm, and also an ability to deploy that application to any cloud that they choose so that they're not locked onto any particular cloud provider. So we are the world's only cross-cloud platform company out there.
Wow, that sounds great that you have this, cross-platform. How did you get into that space, and what advice would you give entrepreneurs on trying to pioneer a new frontier like that?
It's pretty hard, especially in the platform space. Unlike a product company, platform is a slightly different game because platforms typically have multiple use cases, and it takes a long haul to figure out your use cases correct in a platform game, unlike a product game. So in the cloud, one of the things that we observe is that customers want their data back, want control on the cloud, and we felt that that's a key capability that we will need to bring to the market. We somehow spotted it a little early on, and then we built the capability to run it on different clouds. So as a fellow entrepreneur, I would say my other entrepreneurs to look for those early patterns. So it's hard to spot, but once you've spotted it, you have an edge.
Oh, okay. Well, in order to get that edge, what pitfalls would you advise that the companies really try to avoid?
Meaning, we have run through quite a few pitfalls. One of the common pitfalls that entrepreneurs go through is most entrepreneurs come from a tech background, and they almost always assume that they cannot do sales, and they tend to go out and hire salespeople early on, assuming that I'm a tech guy, I do not know how to sell, and hence I need somebody to help me with sales. I see the logic of the line of thinking, but it's actually flawed. As an entrepreneur, if you started a company, you're already a sales guy in some sense, because you convinced your wife or your mother-in-law or your father-in-law to say that I'm going to kick this big job I'm having and going to start something new.
Right.
And you already sold that concept. So, or you probably sold your idea and got some money from an angel or from a VC. So you're already a sales guy.
Yeah.
So early on, it's very difficult for you to figure out what is going to be repeatable in the sales process. So if you hire a sales guy, he needs the repeatable process. He cannot figure out the repeatable process himself. So only entrepreneurs, especially the founders, can figure out what works in a repeatable fashion. Until that time, I wouldn't this is one big thing, advise an external sales guy to come on board. But once you figured it out, then you want to repeat it again and again. You get more people on the sales front and then go all out and acquire. That's one of the big learnings that we had. Meaning we assumed that we didn't have sales expertise and got somebody in early on.
Okay. Now you have this great entrepreneur spirit and passion. Is there an inspirational story that you can tell those entrepreneurs out there that will help them get motivated and off the ground?
Okay, one of the things is the ability to start off and not keep wondering when to start off and when to take that risk is quite risky the more you delay it. So one of the things I would say is start off as early as possible because the risk of starting early is very, very less. And the more easier it is when you're much younger. And as you grow older, it's very tough. And there is nothing you're going to lose. Right? So, and that's one thing which I felt that entrepreneurs who are just thinking to start off, just go take the plunge. And I can actually say that some of my friends who have not started up, even though maybe they may be slightly successful, but the learning and the knowledge that I have acquired is probably 100 times higher than my friends. So I think it's great.
Well, keep that spirit and passion. Suresh, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.